Good evening everyone, welcome back. Today's News Daily video, I will be discussing the latest news surrounding candidates looking to buy Chelsea Football Club. Naturally, I guess tons of controversial stories are being released right now, focusing on the poor ethics of some of the candidates looking to buy Chelsea Football Club. So I'm going to discuss the latest reports that were brought on today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Smash the like button, check out my other News Daily video today. Before we get into anything, I want to get one big plug out of the way first, you guys. Today's video is brought to you by Spitch. You guys have been hearing Spitch for a while now, and I have to sell it today because today is the final time to enter Spitch's big prize giveaway, where you can win some amazing prizes ranging from tons of gift cards to Beats, Apple AirPod Pros, and the Apple Series 7 watch as well too. And the beautiful thing is, you can compete and enter this competition absolutely for free. All you have to simply do is download Spitch. I'm telling you, this is a fun, exciting game. You have the ability to bet a little bit of money if you want to win up to a share of 70k a week, which can be won. Or if you just want to play for the fun of the game, you can play for free without any pressure to pay any money whatsoever. But as I'm stressing, today is the final day to enter the competition to win some of these amazing prizes. Honestly, all you have to do, download the app, fill out your registration details and provide your ID because you got to be 18 plus. And if you do that, good luck to you guys, good luck to the winners. And getting back to the video, so right now we get back to the latest bidding news, and naturally more twists and turns are taking place. It was reported by Matt Law that Bank, the bank overseeing the sale of the club, they are now open to any 11th hour bids being placed. And you're thinking, what? That's a bit mad, right? Who potentially could come in with a massive 11th hour bid to try and buy the club? Of course, there's like previous rumors of Stephen Ballmer, the ex-head of Microsoft, who's worth like over 100 billion. Something of that looks like crazy magnitude, to be honest. I mean, that's just a stupid amount of worth and money. There was rumors that potentially he's been looking to buy a sports team, and who knows what could happen as time does go on. But regardless, you guys have the 4 confirmed bidders that we know of. Of course, that's Todd Boehly's group, the Ricketts family and Ken Griffin, Stefan Pagluccia as well too, as well as Sir Martin Broughton. Excluding Todd Boehly's group, 3 out of 4 of these bids, they are heavily being scrutinized. Now, today there was some explosive tweets released by Mark Farminer, who is the director of the Burma Campaign UK. I think they work in Myanmar, doing a lot of like charitable endeavors, looking to help the people, etc, etc. Essentially, Sir Martin Broughton was under heavy criticism due to his involvement in the British-American tobacco firm and allegations of relationship between the Burmese government and the military as well too. Now I can give you guys an example, because a lot of times, and I gotta be real, when it comes to billionaires and the vast amounts of wealth that a lot of people are accumulating now in the world, and just like the power distortion that's creating as well too. I mean, I'm sorry, but corruption does not fall far behind a lot of these people. I mean, I even know an example myself. My girl working at a previous job, just working for a logistics company. I don't want to bait things out, but last year, the heads of this conglomerate, they own media, logistics, so much big business, was fined 12 million euros due to a decade-long corruption scandal case involving the Togolese government. So, you can literally Google a ton of these stories taking place. Finally, billionaire, Google that, and you see just how rampant the corruption is, you guys. It's crazy. So, Sir Martin Broughton, doesn't surprise me that he'd be involved in something dodgy, especially tobacco as well too. I mean, come on, it's just common sense to be honest. But getting back to the tweets released by Mark Farminer, as he states, he accused him of crimes in Myanmar, working alongside the Burmese military, paying workers criminally low wages as well too, and defending working alongside the military, who have been accused of a ton of war crimes in the country. He hides PR firms, as these guys always do, to try and paint like a good guy image, and try to protect his investment as well too, and to fight against the campaigns exposing them. No surprise that he hired a scumbag Priti Patel at the time, who was working alongside him to help clean up his image. But I guess the good news was, eventually, after a very long type of legal battle, he did lose that. And naturally, it meant that he stopped with his business ventures with the military in Myanmar. And as Mark Farminer says in his tweets too, once tobacco production stops in the country, there was a positive benefit in the sense that a lot of people in the country stopped smoking, and of course, the smoking levels dropped in the country. But regardless, that isn't the only scandal involving a bid being made to buy the football club. Another one came courtesy of new bidder in the race, and that's Stefan Paglusia. Of course, he currently owns a 55% stake in Atalanta, and he was exposed today due to potential links to crimes in South Africa and corrupt business practices in South Africa during apartheid times as well too. So groups are urging the government to literally block any bids from Paglusia, and I guess it makes a lot of sense because both Sir Martin Broughton and Paglusia as well, they own investments in Crystal Palace and Atlanta, so there is clearly a conflict of interest between these guys, and it doesn't really paint a very positive picture of the future, to be honest, you guys. What a shitstorm this thing's starting to become. But regardless, all these latest reports that have come out today, they follow allegations made yesterday of favoritism towards the Ricketts family from other groups looking to buy the club due to their previous business working ties with Bank Rain. Now, it's a well-known fact that Tom Ricketts and the bank created a company in 2020 that were in search of 250 million for a tech, media and telecom acquisition. Tom has been looking to buy a club for years, since the consortium he was part of that originally owned Derby County between 2008 and 2015 sold out to Mr. Mellis, who currently owns the club right now. But anyway, this deal includes the potential purchase of a sports club or a sports gambling firm, as well as digital media as well too. And it makes a lot of sense now why they're looking to really clean up the PR image surrounding their name. Of course, the reports coming out surrounding what the head of the family said, the past Islamophobic tweets that were made, just a lot of general nonsense as well too, racist tweets that was actually exposed like a few years back as well too. They're a bit taken aback by that being brought to surface again. Naturally, they are trying to clean up their image at this point in time, and this probably explains why the bank worked alongside Bruce Spock in creating and setting up a meeting alongside Paul Canaville after he expressed his contempt over the acquisition based on the past family ties of the Ricketts family and the controversies. No one understood why they were working together though. This is what other people are looking to place bids towards the club, with accusations being made of favoritism due to the previous business ties which I've just disclosed and discussed. Rain, of course, they have the opportunity to earn a lot of money in this sale. Already they'll receive 1.5% commission from the sale, as well as earning more money on top of the initial investments that have to be promised to be made once any of the winning parties take over the club too. So that's millions and millions and millions and millions, with potential for more money to be made if, let's say, hypothetically, the Ricketts family, won the bids and became our new owners. Anyway, fans naturally are not having it. And if any of you guys are interested at this point in time, there are big protests being planned before our game versus Brentford on the 2nd of April at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. If you're worried about the future of the club, if you want to just stand up against the Ricketts family and just try and create as much bad PR buzz as possible, this is your time to come and stand up for the club, because we can't be allowing owners like this to be taking over us, man. For me, and I'm going to sound a bit cynical, but if I was to just disregard the Islamophobic comments and past racist comments as well too, if I was to focus solely on what their business plan is to upgrade the club and help us, there doesn't really seem to be like a pretty strong one that would even encourage you to want them to take us over. I'm looking at guys like Ken Griffin, hyper capitalist. If he's not getting something out of this, you can imagine he would easily just discard the club. And of course, let's not forget the current state of the Chicago Cubs. Of course, after an initial investment made towards like the stadium costs and investing in the team, they won their first World Series in like 108 years. What's happened since then? Absolutely nothing. They've been selling key players like crazy over the past few years, and they're nowhere near reaching those heights that they originally reached when the Ricketts family's acquisition first took over. You know, this is what happens all the time. Where is the plan for like long-term sustainability? From seeing their previous records, you know, taking over sports clubs before, and not seeing the long-term benefits these clubs have received from those initial investments from them and from the ownership, this for me is the key thing that makes me scared of any potential takeover from them. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, 3 out of 4 of the parties looking to bid to buy the club, they all seem pretty shit to me. I'm not going to lie. I know it's quite hard though, especially with today's world. You know, you could even be cynical, look towards Roman. I mean, he had a lot of controversy as well, especially his rise to power and how he became a multi-billionaire as well too. And, you know, I guess on a side note on my part, it's just a bit sad how the game has kind of, you know, slowly descended towards where it's become just like a rich man's plaything, essentially. You know, just like selling like the values and history of our clubs out to any rich man who only sees us as an opportunity to, you know, make money and of course increase their investment portfolios. It's quite sad. It's quite sad. You know, I blame the FA in this country for not really standing up against any of that, because, you know, everyone just sees the money. But yeah, you guys, that's going to be the video for today. Tomorrow, I'm finally going to talk about the group, the guy that I want to see buy the club, that is Todd Boehly. But when I did my first recording, I mean, this turned into like a 28-minute video, and you know, I can't be releasing that. So tomorrow I'm going to be talking about why I feel Todd Boehly, his vision, his group, his past success as well too, you know, his emphasis on sports data analytics, you know, his past successes as well too, with everything he's done with the LA Dodgers as well. You know, for me, this guy is the right choice to buy the club and actually elevate, improve us, and potentially take us to a whole new level that Roman for years hasn't been able to do, in my opinion. I might sound a bit ungrateful, but I'm always going to say this, yeah. When you're fortunate enough and lucky enough as a football fan to support a club that has an opportunity to win every trophy every single season, consider all the hundreds of clubs out there across Europe. I mean, how many of them have the opportunity to challenge for the top honours in the game? They're not able to. For me, you can't take that for granted, and that should push you and spur you on even more to become the very best club. No, not the very best club, the best club in the world. Because otherwise, what is the point, in my opinion? From times I'm hearing Todd Boehly, you know, looking to rival Real Madrid, I mean, he's saying all the right things, and his history of business practice as well too, his history of working with sports clubs supports the claims that, yo, if he really feels this, we can actually achieve this. So tomorrow, you guys, expect that video to come out, and that note, I'm going to wrap things up, keep things moving. Before I go, as I'm strongly going to suggest, download Speech, and this is the final day to participate in the competition to win an Apple Series 7 watch plus many other great prizes. Don't miss out on you guys. And on that note, I'm in the FC. This is Blue Lines TV. I'm going to go and make some, like, you know, lemon tea, ginger, whatever. I need to strengthen my throat a bit. My voice is getting quite weak already. I don't know what the hell has happened over this past month, but oh my God, I hate being ill, man. And I'm going to quit this morning and I'm a bounce. Cool.